Sarah has been holding on to this comment for the last couple weeks, debating whether she wants to talk about it on air or not. Hey, thank you for saying, you know what, let's talk about it.
You know, I'm going to normalize everything I can while I can, so here we are. I was at the grocery store the other day, and I was at the fish counter with my son. We were getting salmon for dinner, and the guy looks at me. He's like, so is this your grandson? And I was like,
nice.
No, he's my son. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are. Thanks, bud. Thanks a lot.
Did you feel personally offended, or
Yes.
did you kind of laugh it off?
Both.
You have a great sense of humor. You know you have gray hair, but you also have a blend of pink hair. Says gray hair. Then you got this, trendy pink hair that you have, which is fantastic.
He wasn't trying to be mean, though.
He wasn't trying to
No,
be
he
mean.
was trying to hit on me. Because I'd been to the fish counter before, and I've noted, and he was like chatting me up. And,
how is he chatting you up? Let's get it. So this is a good thing.
Well, is it?
I don't know. He maybe called you a grandma, but he was hitting on you. Don't they balance?
So this dude's into grandmas then, I guess?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Anyway.
Gilfs, Kyle.
Gilfs. That's right.
Okay, Brian.
That's the tab. In case you needed to know.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
Just let him know next time you go by
I'm
salmon.
in that category. I'm a MILF and a GILF.
Anyway, you were
Perspective Gilf.
Anyway,
It's on the horizon.
Sarah was personally offended.
I was, because I am an older mom. I had Luca when I was 38. I'm not that, it's kind of common now for women to have children in their late 30s. But it was just like, damn, you just don't want to hear it, Was I offended? Absolutely. Did I laugh it off? Also, yes, but it was just something I needed to process before I was like, let's talk to everybody about it.
Well,
So-
what was it that made it stick? Is it
Yeah.
like some lingering thing,
Well,
like you feel like you look older?
Yes. Because, as someone who is older, my kid's still in elementary school. When I go, I'm one of the older moms, always, if not the oldest.
So it's always kind of on your mind?
Yeah, because I'm surrounded by 20-year-olds and early 30-year-olds, and I'm like, in my late 40s now, and I'm like, yeah, I still got it. I have a kid in elementary school, but also I'm just like, you guys, I'm in perimenopause, and all of y'all are still, younger and still could have a kid. Yeah, it's just there's a lot that goes through your head.
No, absolutely. Also, too, I think there's times in our lives where something like that might not offend us, and other days it sticks a little bit different.
Kyle. Absolutely.
But
I felt cute that day too.
Yeah, you have. Damn, come on, man.
That was the part. Like I got in the car and I looked at Luke. I was like, I felt cute today, and he was like, that was mean.
So how did you react to it in that moment? Just laugh? Did you say something to him besides "I'm not the grandmother"?
Well, I obviously was like, no, that's my son, and he was just like, he was mortified, as he should be. I don't know. I was just like, I just kind of put my head down and just smiled, and I was like, okay, well, have a good day, and like walked off and was like, you wouldn't take advice from that guy. You shouldn't care what he thinks.
Yeah.
But then also, how negative comments, and maybe you don't, but for a lot of people, including myself, sometimes they tend to stick more. It's just kind of part of life. And so, yeah, it's stuck. And it's popped up a few times, and I'm just like, damn, maybe I'm not as cute as I thought I was if I'm getting grandma comments.
Well, Sarah, but you have so many people. This is the thing, though. You have so many people that give you great compliments all the time.
Oh, I know.
The guy you wouldn't even take a dinner recommendation from says some offhanded comment. Why is that the one that plays the loudest?
That's the $1 million question. That's why therapy exists. I don't know.
Right.
Brian, is
Well,
this-
you put it into perspective. It's like you get so many good comments. It's like you're bound to get one weird comment, especially from some dude at the fish counter, like, and just coming from the male standpoint, you probably did look cute. And for men, we don't notice anything. We're just stupid. He saw gray hair and just made some dumb assumption. It's not that deep.
Well, it's like ChatGPT when it gets a hold of a picture of me and ages me like 10 years. I'm like, gray hair does not equal old age. I went gray at 23, Yeah, it is what it is. That's why I haven't brought it up, because it's complicated. I don't have an answer for any of those things.
Well, the brain's tricky, right?
Brian, I thought you were about to go into a Buddy the Elf routine where he calls himself the Cotton Hen and Ninny Muggins, and the elves give him all the random compliments right before he calls himself that. Oh, no, buddy, you're
just special.
Sarah, you have great armpits. You have like the best armpits in the triangle.
Great armpits.
Yeah,
And
what
that guy
else,
will
Brian?
never see my armpits. When I'm like, put it down. I'm going to grab it low, so you don't get the look.
I'm glad that you decided to talk to us about it. And by the way, if anybody else has those days or moments where you're like, man, I can't believe I got that comment today. Welcome to call in as well.
Well, people still confuse me for my mom on the phone.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Ma'am.
Even when
Nope.
even when I call your personal cell, it's weird. I think Becky's answering half the time.
Becky, when did you get in town?
Anyway,
But the thing is, you can't go through life without absorbing those hits to the ego.
Yeah.
I wanted to say this since you brought it up. Kind of a side note.
Okay.
To you saying how you feel when you go to his school and that
Yeah.
type of thing. I've thought about that a lot too because I'm 44 years old.
Yeah.
I
You
also
are?
had kids later in
Jesus.
life. Thank you, Brian.
Dude,
Am I a gilf? And,
looking good for 44.
Thank you, Brian. But no, I think about that a lot too because I have a 14-month-old son. I have a 5-year-old daughter. And, Brian, I don't think I really told you this that much, but I think about your dad a lot, to be honest with you, because I know.
Because he's an old man with a young daughter?
Yes. And
Yeah.
in order to, I think he even had Berkeley, your younger sister.
He had me when he was a young stud.
Right.
And then he's like, well, we're going to try this out again.
But no, exactly. But I do think about your dad a lot because I feel like, in that situation, back to what you're saying, I went to kindergarten graduation a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, kindergarten orientation.
Uh-huh.
A lot to keep up with this time of year.
I feel you.
And I felt that. I'm like, man, I'm in this room with a lot of people that are in their,
20s and early
late
30s.
20s, early 30s. And I don't really get too caught up in my head so much about it because I still feel like I have that young energy I'm providing my kids
Me
and that
too.
type of thing. But I totally 100% feel you on that of, I had kids later in life, and I want to do the best I can for as long as
That's
I'm
right.
here.
But do you know what the benefit is? Is you guys are much wiser than if you were super young parents.
Oh no, I had Luca at the perfect time
Yeah.
for sure because I was I like to say I was a maniac for a long time,
Right.
and I learned a lot of lessons.
It's never going to be perfect, but
No.
the trade-off is you're a much wiser parent.
Yeah, no, and thank you, and I do realize that. But as a woman, and you guys can conceptualize this. Men, they say age like fine wine, and women don't age the same way. And those jerks who are considered it's just we're caught up in our looks a lot. It's just part of being a woman. It is what it is. I'd like to say I'm above it, and some days I am, but some days I'm not. I just can't help it. So it's a little more complicated, I think.
You don't think men feel anything as they age? That's kind of how it sounds. I'm not trying to be
No, that's a perfect.
offend you. I'm trying to understand this more. Okay.
I'm not offended. I feel like the pressure's not as hard on y'all. Like, because men,
No, I feel that.
yeah, like you guys are, an older man is considered dignified and handsome, and an older woman is invisible.
Well, that's not always the case.
But
Look at some of the older men in Indiana. There's nothing dignified about what you're looking at. It's not. I get it. It's not a blanket statement.
Exactly.
But like women just grow up with more pressures, And
Yeah.
you've talked about that.
Absolutely.
Growing up with the pressures of what the media wants you to be, and men, it feels like we get a little bit of like a free pass.
Well, but I have to say, I love my generation, which is, I'm on the cusp of both, like, Gen X and the millennials, and we're all getting up there, especially us elder millennials, as they call
You're
it.
not a millennial.
I'm a zennial. I'm in
You're
between.
born in 77.
Yeah, zennials are 77 to 83.
Oh, please.
Don't please me. I will
Stop
die in a hill
Stop
on this.
trying to get into my group.
Oh, stop it.
As
Wow.
you started this conversation saying you were personally offended by your gray hair.
Yeah.
And now we're turning it into about the what
Anyway,
category
my
we're in.
point is that I love that, the women of my generation, we're coming in and being like, this is all nonsense. Like, we're still very relevant, and like there's more to it,
Yeah.
but it's just hard. I mean, I know I'm back and forth on this because that's what's going on in my head. It's complicated.
It is, and we do the best we can in these conversations,
right.
sharing exactly how we feel in this
I'm
current
trying.
moment.